thank Tam Tam for helping me down the stairs. Thank you.
Shut up.
I got on new shoes. These shoes,
Yes,
they're high for me. Look, okay, Jeannie.
Real fancy on us, denim on denim. This fly bob.
Oh my gosh.
It's a lot going on.
Thank you for rescuing me. Yeah.
You're welcome.
So
You're
Today
welcome.
is Friday, which means we just got paid and it's time to party. Because here, let me tell y'all something. Here at The Real, it's not just Friday. It's Friday. Oh my goodness, now y'all know how much I like to get the party started, right?
Yes, yes.
You know how I like to get the party started with a good old drink. Yeah, so now usually our fine-ass bartender, Marcel, brings us the drinks, but we decided to give him the day off today because he works so hard.
Yes, he does.
And so we found someone to fill in for him today. Bring out the drinks, please.
Marcel needs a glass.
Go get one. Oh my God.
Good job.
Give it up for Adam Housley, you guys.
He's
a real man, real husband. He's awesome. I'm sure
Adam's
just totally
gonna take
kissed
a-
the bartender.
I know.
Yes,
That means we don't have to pay him because you already did, girl.
Yes.
Okay.
Well, you guys, our Friday drink today, it's a smashed raspberry lemonade cocktail.
Very refreshing.
And
Ooh, it's good.
if you want to learn how to make this cocktail or mocktail version of it for yourself, head on over to thereal.com. Now, who's ready for some girl chat?
Cheers.
Cheers.
To Friday.
Hey, look me in my eyes.
Cheers. Yes.
I don't play those
Look at me.
games.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
First
Okay.
up,
Text.
could your name be costing you job opportunities? Well, according to new research by the Harvard Review, it might be. The study found that when it came to a list of names, a man's name would be selected over a woman's name for a job, even if they had the same qualifications. This is so wrong.
I know.
And it doesn't just apply to gender either. Have you heard of resume whitening? Have you guys heard of this? All right, it's when a candidate intentionally changes their name on their resume to obscure their ethnicity. According to an article on the Huffington Post, when a man named Jose Zamora dropped the S out of his name and went from Jose to Joe, he got way more responses on his job applications. So, ladies, when it comes to interviewing for a job, do you think your name makes a difference?
Well, I mean, first of all, I read one article and they were saying that this was like a financial, I guess, inquiry, like to get a financial manager. And so it was online and you could pick the financial manager. So they said that 25% of the people picked the male names over
the
female
female.
names. But when it comes to money, I don't care about your name. I want to look at your bank account. That's what I want to look at.
Yeah.
You know,
And sadly, I don't agree with this. Obviously, this is terrible that you ever would judge somebody by their name. You know, it's awful. But you guys, I absolutely do believe it happens. I know that it happens.
Yeah, it happens.
This was proof right now with the name Jose being changed for Joe.
Yeah.
People really, really do look at your name on a paper and judge. When I was first getting into acting, I would go on auditions for Hispanic roles, and they would send my name on a list to the casting agents, and the casting agents literally would turn me away before they even saw a picture.
Wow.
They would say they would not, they didn't want to see me for a casting because I didn't have a typical Hispanic last name. They would look at Bailon, which they probably called Balion or Balon, and they were like, well, it's not Torres, Rodriguez, Martinez, or Perez, so we don't want to see her.
Wow.
And that was so discouraging me to the point where, you guys, there was a point where I actually considered changing my last name to something more. So I went and I found out what my grandmother's last name was, and I actually was going to go by either Rios or Rivera.
Well, people in the
wow.
entertainment
I couldn't-
business, they do that a lot. You know, Jennifer Aniston's name is not really Jennifer Aniston. Her last name, I can't
Greek.
pronounce. It's Greek.
Yeah.
It's Anastasakis. Yes, that. And
Hilarious.
she probably changed it because she wanted, people to be able to just,
Yes.
Say her name. And then
Yeah.
also Katy Perry's name is not really Katy Perry. Her name is actually Catherine Hudson. But Kate Hudson and Catherine, she didn't want people to confuse that.
Right.
This makes me sad because a lot of times when your parents go through so much to
Yeah.
name you, right? There's intentionality in it. The names have special meanings. And because I have a lot of family members who own nail salons in the Bay Area, I always ask them, like, why do they change their name? If you notice, a lot of them will be like Tiffany or
For
Tina.
sure.
And a few of them, quite a number of them, told me that when you have a Vietnamese name or a name that people can't pronounce, they disregard you and they treat you lower
Yeah.
than them. So they don't
Yep.
make eye contact.
Oh,
They
wow.
just say,
Same in
you
school.
do this. Yes.
In
So they
school, if
change
you
their
have a
but
name
it's
that's
not
hard,
okay. You know what I
No,
mean?
that's
if you have a name that's hard to pronounce in school, the teacher will actually intentionally not call on you because they have a difficult time saying your name.
Yes. So, okay,
proven.
check out this story. So I have a friend who graduated with honors with me I didn't graduate with honors. He did in high school. Let's keep that clear. I got my look, it's okay. So then he went to apply for a job for about 1 year, never got hired, although he's overqualified for the startup positions that he was going for, right? His name is Phuc, which is P-H-U-C. Okay, so it can spell phonetically wrong, but P-H-U-C. So a friend, a white friend, just
How do you pronounce this name again?
Phuc. So C at the end of Vietnamese words is P.
Okay.
Go
Got
with
it. Phuc.
So then his white friend said, yo, you gotta change your name. People don't, it looks untrustworthy, they can't tell who you are. So he changed his name to Donald. The first job application he sent in, hired on the spot.
Wow.
I couldn't believe it. So then here's the crazier thing. I later on am going to a mixer, a party at Christmas. I meet one of the head job hunters over at the company that he interviewed for, and he was like, your friend Donald's so cool, he's awesome. I was like, funny you should think so. He applied for you guys a year ago. How come you passed him up?
Okay.
And he was
What did
like,
they say?
And so he said, no, I would remember everybody. And I said, well, he changed his name. His name used to be Phuc, and it's spelled P-H-U-C. And he goes, oh yeah, I didn't even want to mess with that. That looked crazy.
That's terrible.
I
That is
know.
terrible.
But you know what? I tell people, when you first starting out, especially when you first starting out trying to get a job, I don't care what level you on, you need to do whatever you need to do to get that job and get that money.
Yes.
So
Get your foot
it's
in the
sad.
door.
It's sad.
I understand too.
It's sad.
I get, and yes, yeah. So I'm with you on that, but I also think there's an opportunity in your cover letter where you can express whatever
Right.
it is you've been going through, because people like authenticity.
That
so
is
even
true.
if you said, you know what, my name is, let's say Phoop, it's pronounced F-O-O-P. I know that might seem disarm, or this might be uncomfortable at
Confusing,
first,
yeah.
but let me tell you what's not confusing about my credentials. And boom, list that out.
But not
right.
only
You know?
that, I think even once you get your job, I think once you make a name for yourself, then you can really start to use your name. Until we get into this country, we just used to different
But then
people
you're
having
playing the
different
game.
names.
I
know,
You
I
gotta
just-
play. If you want that money, what you gonna do?
No,
No,
see,
I
I'm all about
say
I wish the people in power would change the way they
Yes,
think.
yes.
I wish the people
Yes,
in power.
yes. It could start there.
But you're right.
They can wish
You're being
all that.
realistic. You're being
Yeah.
realistic. That is very true. You are 100% being realistic.
Let's be 100%
Yeah,
real.
but I
wish,
Let's be
wishful.
100%
Like those
real.
big people
wish.
at top are not changing overnight. We
And
know
if
that.
we would have kept affirmative action, this is the reason why we used to have certain policies in place. And you could say it's affirmative action, or you could say it's quotas or whatever. But that's the reason why you had some of this in place, because now it's unfair that somebody just look at your name and you can't get a job.
Yeah.
It's like that's the
Yeah.
reason why you had certain policies in place. But you know what? We know how to get that game. Change your name, make a name for yourself, and then come back and put your real name and say, this is what I do.
Exactly.
Now, from cheating on your resume to cheating on your partner, a new study from the Norwegian University of Science and Technology says that when it comes to having affairs of the heart, most men believe that emotional cheating isn't really cheating because they're not actually having sex with another partner. Now, many women feel like emotional cheating is just as bad, if not worse,
Yes.
than physical cheating. So, ladies, do you think men are so quick to dismiss emotional cheating? Because when I read this, I actually don't agree. I think there are a lot of stand-up men out there who want to be there for you, who want to be your
Yeah.
comfort and your aid and your security and your protection. And if you're going somewhere else, they're going to feel a certain type of way.
Yeah.
And those are the real men out there.
100%.
Absolutely.
But I think they say this because it allows them to get away with it.
Oh, for themselves. Oh,
It
for
allows
sure.
them to get away with it for themselves. But I will say this. Obviously, men tend to take the physical part a little bit more lackadaisical for themselves. But the moment that a man is emotionally cheating, meaning that he's talking to this person, he's spending time with them, that's a problem. I'm telling you from personal experience, I have guy friends that have cheated on their girls a bunch of times with a bunch of women, never thought a thing about it, and then met someone that they actually had an emotional connection with, and that made them change their entire lives.
I think it's dangerous because in the beginning they just think, oh, it's just emotional, but the reality is
worse.
It's worse because you start out being emotional, and that could only lead to physical.
I'm understanding. What is the emotional part? Is it that they're sharing something? Explain it to me.
Talking on the phone for hours, talking about the things that you feel you can't speak to your woman or your wife about.
It's a connecting on a deeper level.
On an emotional level.
Right, that when you get those butterflies in your stomach when you're talking to somebody or when
Which long term just makes the sex so bomb.
Yes. Well, but
that's how women get connected first.
I always say,
honest, that's how women get connected first.
With women,
emotionally.
Men, just letting you know, PSA, you're gonna make love to our minds, but before you make love to our bodies.
Yep.
So let me tell you, what if it's emotional? You ever had a guy friend that you're mad close with, and see, this is difficult. Okay, a man that you're mad close with that actually talks to you about stuff, like talks about what's going on in his job. You stay on the phone for hours. You know, if they're traveling, you're the one that they call.
Yeah, but I mean, I got a friend like that, Willis. But I don't want to be with Willis. I do not want to be with Willis.
Have you already tried being with Willis?
No.
That's why you
Does Willis want to be with you?
No.
How do you know?
No.
How do you know?
Because he said that people said, oh, have you and Lonnie? And we're like, no, we're
Wait,
not
but does
like
Willis
that.
have a significant other?
Yes, he does.
Oh.
Yes, he does.
Glad we clarified that.
He does.
Does Willis's significant other mind that Willis is coming to you?
She ain't got no choice.
Like, but what do you mean? What do you mean by that?
Because I was first in the relationship, and we are friends, and that's how it's going to be. That's it. It ain't no funny stuff. It ain't no funny stuff. I'm saying for me.
Okay.
For me, that's my relationship.
But Lonnie,
Huh?
that is emotional cheating.
It's not emotional cheating.
Lonnie,
I don't know what he's telling her.
I know.
That ain't my business.
Does he tell you things about her?
Between them two.
But you
Does
guys
he
get
tell
what
you things about her? Does he talk to you about his problems? Does he tell you things that he doesn't tell her?
his wife.
I don't know that, because I don't ask him about that. All I know is I got a relationship with him. We are best friends. We travel together. He opens for me. We have a really good relationship, and that's just what we are.
You know it'll never go
down
Lonnie.
in the D.
Wait, no.
It's no fun
Lonnie,
stuff.
Was that to the beat of It's So Cold in the D?
You know for a fact, for you, there's no romantic feelings.
Right.
And what about him, though? Do you know that for a fact?
None.
You know for a fact.
I can guarantee you, Willis, we gonna bring Willis and his girlfriend, Tamiko, on the air.
Okay.
So, because I love them both, but I was there first. And the thing is, I've been his friend. And I think we just have an issue. It depends on the person. I see what y'all talking about. But if it's like, if you one of them type of chicks, you trying to get them. You know what I'm saying? Then you like, okay, let me get in.
Or an ex.
Yes,
or
but here's the problem.
Ex.
Here's the problem. Even if you aren't interested in Willis in that romantic way, and even if he's not
He's
trying
not
to get at you,
interested in me.
and even
That's
if he's
what
not
she
there,
said.
who gets left slighted is her on the side, because Willis should be coming to her for all those things that he can talk to you
But
about.
I don't know what they're talking about. You see what I'm saying? It's
Do you
just
think
like,
he's reiterating what he talks to her about? Then
I
to
don't
to
know
get,
that.
To get another
and
side?
I don't care about that, because
Okay.
that's not my I ain't in their business. Like you and Adam, I ain't in y'all business like that.
That's true.
What's between y'all is between y'all. What's between me and my friend, and then she comes out with us
But
too. It doesn't matter.
Wait.
Yeah.
Plot twist.
Yeah.
What if Adam was coming to you and talking to you about things that were important and emotional? Come on, with me now. And
This me. I can.
Yes.
Before you even.
I already know what you're gonna say.
I
What
know
am I
Whit's
gonna
gonna
say?
say.
She's
for the
gonna
world.
say, you know what? You need to talk to Tamara about
Exactly.
that. That's what Lonnie is going to say.
It depends on the
So would you
person.
do the same with Willis?
Thank you.
Yeah. If he had an issue or whatever, you know.
say go talk to your girl
But
about
he's
it.
had multiple girlfriends, so I've been the steady person in his life. I've been his steady friend,
Yeah.
and it's just he has different, girls.
Got it.
He goes,
Wasn't there
you know.
something like this on Love and Hip Hop?